shaken but not stirred. Just a lesson that I've learned. And so it goes, tables turn in your own room. When I think about the way we used to be, when I think about the things you took from me, I know that I am so much better off. When I look at what I've done, knowing we're apart, when I look at what I've won, come so far, I know I'm so much better off. And baby, you don't belong. When I think about the way we used to be, when I think about the things you took from me, I know that I am so much better off. When I look at what I've done, knowing we're apart, when I look at what I've won, come so far, I know I'm so much better off. And baby, you don't belong.
It won't go away. I've got that feeling rushing through my body. I know that it is here to stay. It's like
Hello and welcome to the stream. Today we are back with our Ultimate Decades Challenge and we are coming in with the year 1365. And hi Mindy, welcome to the stream. Yeah, you made it on time. Good job. So we are just coming in with the decades for 1365 as I said, and we have unfortunately some deaths that we have to deal with in this year that were scheduled because we had some birthday rolls, which unfortunately they rolled that they had to die, and this is the year that they have to die. So we do have a couple of deaths that we have to deal with in this stream. So we need to roll and find out what they're dying from, and then we do have to unfortunately go in and kill them. But we also have some birthdays and we have some births that we're going to be dealing with in this stream, which is going to be pretty good. And I want to kind of discuss some things that I want us to do with the new expansion pack once it comes out. So as we know, the new expansion pack is going to give us the ability to have multiple families on a lot. So I was thinking that we could put in a village in our town and move our families into the village, and all of our families could then live in the village, and we could rotationally kind of play them within the village. That way they're all close together and we could see them more frequently. But I didn't know how you guys kind of felt about that. So I don't know how many families we're going to be able to have yet. I will be having early access to the pack because I am part of the creator network. So I am going to be getting that on the 5th. And so I will have my hands on that a little bit early, and I'll be able to kind of delve in and kind of see how that's going to look. And I'll be making some content on the pack for that, and putting some content out for that that you guys will be seeing on that week of December 4th through whatever that week is, December 4th week. So there will be some content coming out on that, like when I get that early access information coming out to me, then I'll be making some content, and some content's going to go out for you guys for that. So I'll have a little bit more kind of knowledge on how that's kind of going to work and how that's going to be able to play in our Ultimate Decades Challenge. But I kind of think it would be great for us to have a village and bring our family into the village and us be able to play them kind of closely. Like right now, they're all kind of spread out everywhere, but I feel like if we move them all in together into a village, we can play them more closely. We'll see them all more, and we'll be able to, play them a little bit more rotationally and get a better idea of kind of how each one of our families kind of work. So what do you guys think about that for our, moving forward once we get kind of that new pack in the game? Does that sound like that? Yeah, you guys think that's a good idea? Hi, everybody. I am so glad you guys are here with me. All right, if you guys think that's a great idea, I have been looking on the gallery already for villages, and I have found some that are chef's kiss. They're just so stunning, that are like medieval based. So I do have some that I have found that I've already saved to my library, that I kind of want to put in Himford on Bagley, and I want to put one in Windenburg. That way we can have like maybe a village in Windenburg, and we could have a village in Himford on Bagley, and maybe we could have like 2 separate villages, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit everybody. It's going to depend on kind of how many Sims can go into a lot. Again, I'll know more information about that once I get my hands on that pack, and I can kind of see how that goes and how many Sims you can actually have. But as of right now, I kind of don't know that information, just like you guys don't know that information. So, yeah. I have some medieval rental lots, but not villages on your gallery. Yeah, absolutely. So we'll kind of know more about that. But let's go ahead, I think, and jump into the game here, and we are going to take a look. As you can see, we are in with our first family. We are in with the shoemakers. We're going to be starting out with them today, and the reason for that is Porter Shoemaker is scheduled to die. We're going to go and we're going to take a look at our spreadsheet as well, and we are going to look at that because we do have on the spreadsheet, it does show Porter Shoemaker is scheduled to die right away. We also have some birthdays for Archibald von Schwann, and Amelie Arundel is aging up to a child. So we're going to roll for them and see if they can age up to children. Also, we can create 3 neighbor families with 3 houses in a 64 by 64 lot. Yeah, absolutely. I think what I had found was like a medieval village, and it has like some family homes, but it also had like a place where you could have like a shared center. I'll have to place it down and see if it's gonna work out. Obviously, once I get the pack in my game, I'm gonna download it onto the lot, and I'll see how it works out and see if that's gonna work, because I will want to have them have a shared center where they can all go, and then obviously they'll each have their individual homes or whatever the case is. But it's just going to depend on how that kind of looks, and if that doesn't work out, that village that I found, then I don't know, I may have to build one myself, which, oh Lord, I can build okay, but I'm not the greatest at it. Or I may have to commission one of you guys to see if you guys want to build us a village. I don't know what the case is, but we'll see how it goes. And but I just figured that having them in a village setting and us being able to rotationally play them with them living close together like that would be really, really nice to do. So the first thing that I want to do here in the stream is go ahead and roll for Porter Shoemaker. I want to see what is taking him from us. Like we know, he did roll for his last birthday that was scheduled to die, and today is the day he has to die. But I just want to know, what is he dying from? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull up the wheel, and we're going to give it a spin, and we're going to see what he's dying from. All right, he is dying from scurvy. I was really worried there that he was going to land on influenza, and I was going to have to roll for the whole bloody family. So I'm glad that it's scurvy, because that's just for him, and we don't have to roll for the whole family, so that's great. So Porter Shoemaker is dying from scurvy, and we will be going ahead and taking him and killing him. But I am going to also go ahead and we're going to roll for Archibald von Schwann and Amelie Arundel and see if they can age up to children. As we can see, they can't roll a 4 or a 13. So we are going to go ahead and roll the dice for them and see if they can live. They do need to roll a d20. So we're going to go ahead and just give a roll for them. Let me just pull up the dice for you guys so that you can see that. And then you can see what they roll as well. So we're going to roll for Archibald first. He rolls a 2 and lives. And Amelie rolls a 4 and is going to die. Amelie is dying. Amelie is part of our family. Is she not? Amelie is in our family, I believe. Yeah, she is. She's our daughter. So Amelie's dying. All right, well, when is Amelie going to die? We're going to roll a D6 here and find out when she's going to die. It's a D6 minus a year. She's going to die in 5 years. Minus 1, that's 4 years. All right, so that's unfortunate that she dies in 4 years. I hate that. So we will put that she's dying in 4 years. That's 1369. Amelie is going to be dying. So I will put that on the spreadsheet here. Let me just take this away so that you guys can see. So Amelie Arundel is dying in 1369. And then Archibald von Schwann is going to age up in 28 days. All right, so he is going to age up when? There. All right, and Porter is, as we know, dying. So we are done with the birthday rolls. We are done with everything on the timeline for today. So let's go ahead and jump into the game here. It will be amazing. I wish I had the patience for building a village. Yeah, that is, yeah. That's a lot. I started building some apartments for the expansion pack, and it is taking me bloody forever. So I don't know that I have the patience for building a village either. Nor do I have the skill, I don't think, for that. So there's that. All right, so we are going to go ahead and we're going to see Porter here. He is up here with little, who is this? This is Kingsley. And we are going to go ahead and we are going to have to kill Porter. I absolutely hate that we have to kill Porter. As we know, he recently just married Eliza, and now he's dying. So honestly, it really kind of sucks. I don't know how you guys feel about it. Like, there is the option that we can plead for him. If you guys want us to plead for him, we can do so. It's not guaranteed that the Grimm will allow us to keep him, but we do have the option that we are allowed to plead for our Sims. That is part of the challenge rules, that we can plead for them. So if we want, we could plead for him. Or we could just go ahead and say that, you know, he rolled to die, he's scheduled to die, and just let him die. But I just feel like, you know, it's just super sad. Like, he lost Juliana, he remarried Eliza. Eliza and him are having these children, and things are going so well for them, and now he's gonna die, and she's going to be, basically she's gonna be a widow, and she's gonna be raising, not only his children that he had with Juliana, but she's going to be raising all of these children that she just had. Like, she had so Xena and Kingsley are, no, Xena is Juliana's, and Kingsley, Ivan, Raina, and Mabel are Eliza's children. And so she's got a lot of children that she's going to be taking care of, all by herself. And I think that is, I think that's going to be a lot for her to have to deal with. And to be completely honest, they have recently woohooed, and so there's also the potential that she could possibly be pregnant currently. And she may not know it yet. I haven't checked to see if she is pregnant, but in my game, when they woohoo, there is like a really, really high percentage that they do go ahead and get, pregnant. So, odds are she probably is. So she's most likely expecting again. So she's going to be having another little one, and he's going to be gone. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to kill him. You guys can let me know if you want us to plead for him, then we can do that. Just let me know sooner rather than if it had, you can check from the toilet and see if it has throw up. Okay, let's do that really quickly. And then we, it doesn't have throw up, but I think it might be too soon. Oh, maybe I should unpause it. Yeah, it doesn't have, it just has to take pregnancy test. But I think it might just be too soon for that. I would be willing to put money on the fact that she's going to be pregnant, that she's probably pregnant. All right, it's kind of chilly out, so we'll go ahead and do death by freezing. I just kind of stick to, those things. She's not pregnant. How old is he? How old is Porter? Porter is, hold on and I will tell you. We just paused it here. Porter is very young. Like he, I believe, just became a young adult. Porter, yeah, he's just an adult. He's 34 years old. I don't know. I might have the patience to build a village. You did a Halloween village. Oh, plead, please. Plead. Okay. All right, we will plead for him. Let's go ahead and press play here. We're going to bring her out here so that she can plead for him. Look at the baby. Kingsley's like, oh my gosh. What is he doing? He's just like... Okay, honestly... We have way too much going on, and the last time that we had this much going on, and, we couldn't get to the Grim Reaper, plead for Porter. Plead for Porter. Come on. Plead for him. She's like chasing the Grim. She's like, hello, can you not see that I'm trying to plead for him? Oh, he said yes. You are my hero. I promise I won't forget that I owe my life to your heroic actions. Porter has been brought back to life. Elijah's impassioned pleas to the Grim Reaper must have worked. Okay, I've got to turn that down just a smidge. So 19 years old. Oh, 30 years. He's 34. He's 34 years old. Okay. So there we go. He has been brought back to life. He did not die of scurvy, which is great. I will go ahead and put him back on the timeline where he belongs. Since he did not die. Where was he? Porter Shoemaker, 40 days. So 114. Where, hold on. So he'll be turning into an adult too. All right. So we have pled for Porter. And so he did not die. So I'm going to delete that off of the timeline that he didn't die. And that he was spared, which is great news. Why 34? The birthday roll isn't at 34 years old. I use a different spreadsheet, and the reason that he is 34 and dying is because he rolled at what age was he? Hold on, let me show you my spreadsheet again. All right, so when he rolled for his birthday at his adult birthday here to turn into an adult, which would have been for him to turn 40, I guess. No, that was to turn 30. For him to turn 30 years old, he rolled for himself to die. And so at that point, I roll a D10 to find out how many years he's going to live. And he rolled to live for 4 years. That's why he's 34 and rolling to die. So, yeah, that is why he's dying at 34. Because in mine, they roll every 10 years as adults. As you can see, there's an adult, young adult, and then they roll for adult, and then they roll again for an adult, and then they roll again for an adult, and then they roll for elder, and then they roll again for an elder. So my spreadsheet is a little bit different than Morbid's spreadsheet because they live a little bit longer in mine. Well, hypothetically, they would live longer in mine if they would actually live. But unfortunately, they haven't made it that far yet. But we'll just have to see. But Porter did get spared, so we have put him back on, and he will age up to a 40-year-old. And I have put him on here when that's going to take place, so we love that. So we are going to continue on. We are going to actually go over to, who's aging up? To Archibald von Schwann's house, and we're going to age up Archibald von Schwann because he has aged up to a child. But for the extra years, you don't pull at the age of 40. What do you mean? But for the extra years, you don't pull at the age of 40. I don't understand what you mean. I roll it for them every 10 years. I don't actually age them up because they're already an adult, but I will change their appearance to give them like a little bit more gray hair and things like that. So I actually do go in and give them like a little bit more gray hair and things like that as they age to make them age a little bit older. So every 10 years they do roll in on this spreadsheet. The extra year, don't you do it at the age of 40? Don't I do what at the age of 40? I don't think I'm understanding what you're asking me. Adult part 2. Don't you do it at the age of 40? Yes, I do. So when he turns 40, he will, I will roll for him again. So in 1371, I'll roll for him again. pretty much what I'm basically saying is, like, for Morbid's game rules as far as aging is concerned, I don't follow those at all. I have my own set of aging rules. All right, so this is Archibald von Schwann, and we are going to age him up to a child. So let's go ahead and age him up now to a child and see what he's going to look like. Look at him. He's like, oh my goodness. And you guys will notice I forgot to take out the private practice mod in this save. I said I was going to do that because I was tired of them being like, everybody's overweight or everybody's underweight. And that was driving me absolutely batshit crazy. But I have forgotten to do that. So it's still doing it. And also, when I was in earlier, before I started the stream, in our main household, John is still sick. So he has rolled to be a daydreamer. These Sims are very inspired but get lost in their own thoughts. He had a 1 in all of his skills. Our Sims, unfortunately, only get a 1 in all of their skills. He wants to be a daydreamer. I think since he wants to be a daydreamer, I'm going to let him be a whiz kid. I think he would be very mental, and he would be in his head a lot, and he would be really smart. So I am going to allow him to be a really mental kid, and we're going to jump into cast with him and give him his makeover.
Wimple Oatsy.
I do, when the sim becomes adult part 1, I wait 10 years and then I do the bit for the extra years. Yeah. Well, I roll every 10 years as they're an adult, basically. So they age up to a young adult, and then they get 40 days, and then I roll for them as an adult, and they get 40 days, and then they get a roll as an adult 2, and they get 40 days, and then adult 3, they get 40 days, and then they age up to an elder, and then they get 40 days, and then they age up to an elder 2, like the second part of their elder years, and for that they get to roll for their end of life. So they just get a lot longer time in my game. Basically, they just have a lot longer to live, assuming they pass their rolls. All right, so he has got a lot of blood on him. I mean, he is a vampire. I guess it's fitting, but you know, I don't necessarily want him walking around with a lot of blood on his face. So we're going to just take that off, and we're going to give him a regular makeover and let him just have, you know, his nice little makeover here with just a regular little face. That's a little too much. He's too fair complected, so. Hi, Serenity. Welcome to the stream. I think, Jordan, that everybody probably does their aging a little bit different when it comes to this challenge. To be completely honest, I think everyone kind of has their own way of doing things. Some people have found that certain things work for them better than others, and I just find that this works best for me. And so this is kind of how I do things. And I follow this spreadsheet that I'm using, and it just seems to work better for me, and that's just kind of what I use. I think you need this hair. I really like that. Look how cute he is. Now, they are the orange color, and so we are going to go ahead and put them in his orange clothes, because as we know, the Von Schwann family is in orange, so we're gonna put him in orange. They are a little bit more well-to-do as far as like money-wise too, so I think that's because, you know, she's been alive for quite some time, Elise Marie, because she's a vampire, so, She's had time to stockpile her funds. All right, so that is Archibald von Schwann as a child. And we're just going to grab his photo for the family tree, which is fantastic. And now we're going to head over into our main household, and we're going to go ahead. We're going to age up Amelie. And as we know, Amelie did roll that she is going to be dying in, 4 years? But we are going to go ahead, age her up to a child. We'll have her for 4 years as a child before she has to pass away. It is unfortunate that unfortunately we're losing another child in the main household. But you know what? That is not actually surprising at all. If for whatever reason it seems like we just can't keep kids alive in our main household. Like, we just can't do it. Like, this family's cursed or something. I don't know what it is. So yeah, I hate that for us. But this John's line is, I don't know if it's like he's sickly or something or what the case is, but all of his children have passed, with the exception, like, I mean, obviously Juliana's made it to teenhood, and that's great, but like the rest of them have just really had a rough go of it, and they're just not doing well. They're really not doing well. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and set the age of Amelie to a child as well. Actually, oh well, I've already done it. Okay, so she's gonna go ahead and age up. I was gonna say, I think we have a cake downstairs that I made, and she could blow out her candles, but I already did it, and so now it's doing it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and randomize. She is going to be unaffectionate. These Sims never get flirty or affectionate. Okay, well, I guess, you know, that's okay. She's not going to be living. So, I mean, it is what it is. Let's do Rambunctious Scamp for her because she had 2 in motor, 2 in social, 2 in creativity. She actually did pretty well with her skills, which is, you know, good. But, yeah. And let's go ahead and hop into cast with her and give her her child makeover. I am going to have to make her a redhead again because it changed her to a brunette, even though she was technically a redhead. So we'll give her her quick makeover here, and then we will get her photo for the family tree as well. Well, let's see here. Let's go ahead and give you your eyelashes, love, and then let's give you some nice hair here. What kind of hair do I want to give you? I don't even know. I mean, I kind of want to give you like this one, but in red. And then for your outfits, let's go ahead and get you in blue and get your photo. Oh, I hate that she's gonna have to die. I say that about them all, but like, I really do hate it for our main household Sims when they have to go, because they are our main household, and obviously we want our main household Sims to live on. what do I want to put you in for hot weather? Let's put you in that one. All right, and then for your cold weather, let's just do that one. All right, and then let's get your photo. She's adorable. All right. Very good. And then we are going to go ahead and continue on. I'm just going to stay here in our main household. We're going to play on with them. And then for tomorrow, we have to unfortunately go over to the other Arendelle household because Hugh Arendelle is unfortunately scheduled to die. And so we will have to be taking Hugh Arendelle and we will be killing him because he has, as we know, rolled that he was scheduled to die and it is his time to die. And then also Katia Harding is scheduled to have a birthday and she is aging up to a teen. So, but for now, we're just going to check in with everyone, see how they're doing. It looks like John's doing pretty good. He's feeling playful. Oh, Juliana, you need some sleep. We're going to let her get a little bit of sleep. Amelie's upset about a stinky diaper. Diana's needs are great. And Xavier is getting a little bit of sleep. He probably needs to sleep in this bed over here because, you know, he's feeling pretty tired. All right, John, since you're doing so great, why don't we actually have you come down and do a little bit of nectar making? And he's like, okay, if I must. You must. He has been doing quite a bit of nectar making already, and we are doing pretty good with that, but I am going to get him to just come down and craft a little bit more. As we know, John is not going to be with us for much longer. He is going to be passing away in 1367. He rolled on his last birthday that he was scheduled to die, and so in 1367 he's going to be passing away. And at that point, we will just have Juliana taking care of our little heir until he is aged up. That is, of course, assuming he continues to live. If Xavier passes away, we know that Juliana would become our heir. And she is, you know, really tense about that. She doesn't know what her future holds or if she's going to have to become the heir of the family. And so she is really tense. She is doing her best to take care of Xavier and dote on him and treat him like the little prince he is. You know, as far as she's concerned, he is her, you know, ticket to not having to take care of this family and carry on its name and sake and things like that. So she really treats him like, you know, just gold. So she spoils him absolutely rotten, which is good, I guess, but also not so great because she treats him better than she does anyone else in the family. But there is no way around that. That's just the way it is. All right, it looks like she's taking out the trash. Okay, well, I'm glad that she's doing that. After she's done taking out that trash, I'm going to have her come out and clean these coops and put her to work. Since she is a child now, she can help do some of the chores, which is fantastic, and we love that. So I'm gonna have her clean the coops and obviously collect the eggs. I love it when they age up to children because then they can help, and we need all the help we can get here on the farm. We also are now in our summer season, and we clearly need some help on our garden. But we rolled for great soil for this season, which is fantastic. I love it when we get great soil on our season. So no more bugs, no more blight. Great soil is fantastic. So John, why don't you come out here actually and do a little bit of weeding and maybe even evolve some of these plants and, you know, just do a little bit out here in the garden because honestly, it desperately needs it. And he's like, honestly, I'm feeling a little bit hungry because you've had me doing nothing but work. Except, you know, crafting nectar to him isn't really work. He actually has fun doing that, which is why he's feeling quite so playful. But he's not necessarily a fan of gardening. he doesn't necessarily like that. He typically leaves the gardening to Juliana because she enjoys gardening, and he just really doesn't like to do it. He does it because he has to do it, because they need a garden to survive. They need a garden to grow so they can have food to eat and things of that nature. Seriously, with the chicken dying. Okay, well, white hen's time has come, and now they'll be strolling around those rolling green hills in the sky. Okay, well, whatever. It is what it is. I try to stay on it, but, you know, sometimes the Grim Reaper comes for our chickens. He just does. What was I saying? Oh, he stays on the gardening only because he has to, because they have to have produce to eat. If it wasn't for the fact that they needed to eat, we probably wouldn't have a garden, because he can't stand gardening. He does also garden because he needs to grow things for his nectar making. But aside from that, like, he does not like gardening. It asks me all the time, can he dislike gardening? And I am constantly saying, no, you can't. Like, you have to garden. You literally need to do this to survive. And he just really doesn't, he really just doesn't want to do it. He's just like, I don't like it. I don't like getting dirty. I don't like he's a squeamish sim. So playing in the dirt and things like that, it just does not appeal to him whatsoever. And so he's just not a fan. Whereas Juliana, you know, she doesn't mind getting a little bit dirty. She doesn't mind tending to this kind of stuff, which honestly would make her really be a good heir for this farm. It really would. But her biggest thing is the pressure. It's the pressure to her. Like, I don't want to have to produce children. I don't want to have to have babies in order for this namesake to continue on. And really, it won't even be the Arendelle name. It would be whatever my husband's name is. And I don't want that kind of pressure. And so for her, it's the pressure. It's not even the matter of, I don't love this farm and I don't want to live here, because this is all she knows. And of course she loves the farm. Of course she loves being here. I mean, this is her home. That's not even it. It's literally, you're going to make me have babies and continue that cycle, and you've lost 3 women to childbirth, and like, that's the life you want for me. And it's that pressure. And she is like, I don't want that. Okay, seriously, you're going to have to get up and help out Dad. I know you're sleeping, but, you know, he's gardening, which he hates. So can you get up and give the child a bath? And she's just, like, really tense. She's under familial distress because she's around family. So she's going through a bit of a phase right now, Juliana is, where she's feeling distant. She doesn't want to be around her family. She just wants kind of to be off by herself. And, obviously we know that can't happen, because he needs her help. And I think that's what really sparked off this phase, was John depends on Juliana so much now that Sophia's gone. And so Juliana is having to do so much. She's having to cook, she's having to clean, she's having to garden, she's having to pick up so much slack, because John's really almost kind of checked out. He's going through a midlife crisis now that he's lost Sophia, and he doesn't want to do anything. He doesn't want to, you know, he doesn't want to do any of the household stuff. He doesn't want to deal with the twins, especially because they remind him of the loss of Sophia. So he's just kind of checked out. And so he's leaving more and more of the household duties and the things and responsibilities to Juliana, because she's getting older, and he's like, she can handle it. Well, maybe she can handle it, but it's not her responsibility to do. These aren't her children. This is not her, you know, responsibility to. Are you kidding me with the chickens dying? Seriously, he's gonna take them all in one fell swoop. Whatever. So, you know, it's not her responsibility to take care of everything in this house. Like, they're not her children. And to be completely honest, right now, John is, he's the head of this household. And it's his responsibility, and he's slacking majorly. And so she, because of that, has now decided that, you know, she is going through this phase where she's just like, I don't even want to be near my family. I don't want to have anything to do with them. I just want to be off by myself, left alone, and I don't want anyone to bother me. And he's decided that he wants to, research and debate is now his thing in this midlife crisis. Really, John? Why don't you go get yourself a bath? And you can go to the washroom because you need to go to the washroom. Oh my gosh, this poor baby is just in rough shape. She's like, I am in rough shape, but I am happy because I'm getting clean. We love that for her. Look how cute she is. We love that. All right. So why don't you come over here? Can you potty? She's like, no, I can ask Juliana for some potty help. And Juliana's like, seriously? First I got to give you a bath and now I got to give you potty help? Can you do anything by yourself? And she's like, no, I can't. All right. So Juliana is going to give her a little bit of potty training and hopefully she'll kind of pick that up pretty quickly. I don't know of any toddler that picks up potty training quickly, honestly, but let's hope that Diana does. So she has acquired the potty skill. We love that. And Juliana's like, good job. Congratulations, Diana. You are becoming such a big girl. And Diana's like, I know I am. I am smart. I'm a smart bean. And so we love that. You're going to need to go grab yourself something to eat once you're done. And you are obviously getting yourself something to eat, right? And she's like, not really. But I can. Okay, great. All right, John, you're going to clean up. Oh, no, not cook together. Clean up. Clean up this mess because it's disgusting. And he's like, okay, I can do that. And then you can clean this and then you can cook. He's like, why do I have to cook? Because it's your family. And so you should cook for them. And that way it'll give Juliana a little bit of a break. Honestly, Juliana needs a little bit of a break.
Glamula, Bispa.
All right, so Amelie is just eating. Diana is going potty, which is fantastic. And then when she's done going potty, we're going to have her get a little bit of rest. And Xavier is just having himself a little snooze, but I'm going to actually get him up. Let's go ahead and get him doing a little bit of stacking. He's feeling sad because he's hot. Okay, well, why don't you change your clothes? Get into some hot weather outfits. Change your outfit into your hot weather outfit. And then you won't be hot anymore. All right, and then you can stack. Very good. We love that. This is the longest potty training session of all time. Okay, there. I was gonna say, holy moly. All right, he is just cooking, which is fantastic. I wonder if he hates the toddlers. He is definitely bitter about the toddlers. I don't know if he absolutely hates them because they are his children and he did want children. He needed an heir especially. And so he obviously was telling Sophia, like, we need to have kids. We need to have kids. I need an heir. But in the process of him having that heir that he now has, he lost his wife. So he's definitely bitter. I think that he blames the children. I think he also, to an extent, kind of blames himself because he was pushing her and pushing her to have those children. And she died in childbirth because of those children. So I think partially he blames himself, but he also definitely blames the kids. And so I think he's a little bit bitter about it. I don't know that he hates them. I think, though, that he definitely blames them. And because of that, he didn't spend a lot of time with them as babies, obviously. He definitely didn't spend a lot of time with them as infants. Juliana took mostly care of them. And he kind of just, cried it out a lot and spent his time doing nectar making. And he didn't really take care of them. He left that all to Juliana. And now they're toddlers. And as you can see, he really isn't spending a whole lot of time with them even now. I mean, it looks like he is going to go up and he's going to just watch Xavier. I'm not sure what he's going to watch him do, but he's going to go upstairs. He's going to watch Xavier right now. But he doesn't have a whole terribly lot of interaction with the with the children. He could definitely stand to have more interaction with them. I think he is just kind of like, all right, these are my kids and it is what it is, but I just don't feel that connection with them that I maybe should, or that I had with my other children. And it's because I feel like they took my wife from me. And it's funny because it's not the first wife he's lost to childbirth. Like this is not his first rodeo. But I just think he's just like kind of down on himself and thinking like, how many wives can one person lose to childbirth, and how many children can one person lose before you start to feel like maybe this is your lot in life and you're not destined for happiness. You're not destined to have good things happen to you. And I think he kind of feels that. And so he's just kind of given up. And now he's in the midst of this midlife crisis where he's just like, I don't even, want to kind of live anymore. And I think it's really, really sad because, as we know, he doesn't know that yet, but his life is shortened because he is going to be dying in the next 2 years. And so the fact that he is just kind of given up on everything, and now he's sick, which I think really plays into the story pretty good. Like, he's been sick for the last episode and the stream before that. He's been sick. That maybe he's come down with something that he can't get rid of, and that's why he's dying. Is maybe he's caught something that he obviously can't shake, and it's killing him slowly. And maybe that's why he's dying. I don't really know, but all I do know is that he's definitely given up on life. So, Juliana, honey, you are so tired. You really do need to get some rest. And she's like, don't you see I'm trying to do that? Can't you see that I am desperately trying to do that? Desperately. She's going to just have herself a little nap here, and then she's going to play with Xavier because, as we know, she loves that little boy more than life itself. And he's not her son, but she absolutely loves him, literally, more than life itself. She wants so much for him to survive and to grow up and to be the heir of this family. And so she has the highest of hopes for this little guy.
Dabishi Slekam?
She's like, you want to play for a little while? And he's like, yeah, we could totally play. Amelie's like, you never offered to play with me. And she's like, Amelie, get off it. She's like, whatever. Maybe we don't play in the fire. I mean, I don't know about you, but I think maybe that might be a bad idea. Says that Xavier has frequent hiccups, which I think is adorable. So they are just having a little bit of playtime together, which is super cute. And as you can see, they are definitely bonded. Even though she wants to get away from her family, she's going through this phase. That doesn't necessarily apply to Xavier. Nothing applies to Xavier. She loves that guy so much. And so she's feeling super energized, loves him to death. She's feeling really hot. Okay, you're overheating, are ya? Maybe we should get you into a different outfit. Maybe we can get you into your hot weather clothes. Can you change outfits? All right, there we go. All right, you're feeling good, aren't you? Why don't you come over here and do a painting? Yes. I think that'll be great. All right, John. John's cleaning up the potty. There is 2 bottles of nectar in his inventory, or well, 10 bottles of nectar in his inventory, which is fantastic. We love that. So he has filled up all of this with nectar, and we are just about full of this. And then he is golden. Like, we only have a little bit left to do, and then I don't know, I guess I'm gonna have to decide, like, do I want to purchase more crates, more racks, whatever it's called, or do I want to start selling bottles and then refilling it? What do you guys think we should do? Should we start selling some of this stuff and making some money and then just refill it? Or should we purchase more racks and put them around the room and then fill those? I don't really know. I don't know if Juliana is going to want to pick up this nectar making stuff once John is gone, or if this is just kind of John's thing. Juliana is more into cross-stitching and painting. That's really her niche. She's definitely more creative. She's not really into the nectar making side of things. That was John's thing. John wanted to pick up the nectar making because that was what his father had done. And I mean, well, that's what his father wanted to do, but his father was definitely not skilled in that. And he gave up on it quite quickly. But John was like, I'm going to make something of this and I'm going to make it work. And he has, and he's done really, really well at it, and he's been thriving. Start selling it. Yeah. Okay. Very good. But as you can see, she is really, really good at painting. She loves to do it, and she can pop these paintings out super quickly, and she makes decent money at it. And we absolutely love that. So, she needs to start 3 paintings while inspired. Well, get inspired then. I mean, really. All right, why don't you... Is he actually talking to Xavier? He's like, I'm looking at Xavier. I'm not necessarily talking to him. Okay, well, why don't you actually maybe do something with him? Like, get to know him. Get to know Xavier and, you know, maybe tell him a story.
Aha! Parto, Dimnat Nan, Zombie Nufa, Wane Che, Boa, Muma.
So he's looking at Xavier and he's like, oh man, they just grow up so quickly. Every time they learn and grow, it's a moment to reflect. So he is thinking to himself, like, I, you know, didn't realize how big he's gotten. Like, he just grew up so fast. Which is kind of funny if you think about it, that he is shocked that, you know, Xavier's gotten so big. But of course he would think that because he wasn't taking care of him. Juliana was taking care of him, so of course he would be shocked by the fact that he's gotten so big so fast. Alright, so she's going to finish that painting, and then I'm going to get her out here to spray for bugs because, you know, the garden could stand for a little bit of TLC. And then we will probably need to get everyone to probably get some needs going on as far as food and bed soon. Alright, so he is tired and you need a bathroom and a bath. Oh my goodness. Alright, how are you? Your needs are good. You need to come down and eat. Alright, so come grab yourself a serving of this food. And you are great. Xavier's like, I'm fantastic. I'm a happy guy. My life is good. Like, everyone dotes on me. I am a spoiled, rotten little bean. Like, clearly I have, the world is my oyster. Thanks for following. How are you? And welcome to the stream. We obviously have Xavier is, you know, him. He has no care in the world, and you know that's why he's so happy. Like, his needs are the only one that are in stellar shape, and literally it's just because everyone dotes on him. I guess that's the way it is when you're the only male in the house, and you know you're the heir, and everyone's been waiting and waiting and waiting for your arrival. So, you know, he's blessed like that. He could stand to maybe go up and have himself a little rest. So let's maybe take him up and let him have a little bit of a nap. He's like, I could stand for a nap. Hello. Please come and take a nap. Come up here and take a nap. And then he's like, on the horse seat? No, on the bed. Take a nap on the bed. And you need to eat something, so you're going to eat. That's great. And you need to go to the washroom. Juliana, why is this painting taking you so long? Oh, because Amelie is talking your ear off. Amelie, seriously, can you not see that she's busy? Look at this painting she's painting. I mean, the quality is just astounding, honestly. So, that's probably going to be worth a pretty penny, I would say. How we doing, John? He's like, well, other than the fact that you've got me working so hard, I'm about to piss myself. It's going great. Awesome. All right. So, this last bottle here will fill this. We're good. All right. You want to start selling this, you said. Oh, it hurts my heart to do. Collect all nectar bottles. Collect all finely aged nectar bottles. There we go.
Oh.
John is so sick. Oh my gosh. All right, so I literally have to go like one by one and grab them because I don't know which ones are finely aged and which ones aren't.
The arena. Ooh.
Oh.
Hongshi Lanuba.
Oh.
Umoy Jabby Joan. Yuma.
All right, those are all of the ones that are finely aged.
Marco Gora. Slumpo.
All right, let's sell them and see what we get.
Zambas, Naya Floof, Yamasani. I zirg Bumkaro, some PC with Sabu Shusha. Yakila Brugi. Play Unzaruga.
We're about to make a killing, okay? An absolute
Vadish.
killing. What are we gonna do with all this money?
Brinka.
We just made 220,710 simoleons. Well, they definitely climbed the social ladder. Like, as far as, like, they're rich. Look at her. She's like, we don't need to garden. We don't need to do anything. We could hire help. No. It kind of makes me want to upgrade their house a little bit. Maybe I will upgrade their house. Obviously, we'll still be on this lot, but now that they have a little bit extra money, maybe between now and the next episode or stream, I will upgrade their home a little bit since they have obviously gotten some extra money. I think maybe they would upgrade their home some, and they would kind of, you know, do some upgrades. She needs to come out here and weed. She's like, I'm about to pee myself. I'm out here spraying these bugs, but okay, fine. I'll get John to come out here and weed. He's like, no, you won't, because I'm uncomfortable because I'm not well. I'm telling you, he is seriously sick and he can't get better. He's got to pee, he's got to eat, and he needs to go to bed. And he's seriously, seriously sick. But Juliana just gained the people person lifestyle. Okay, great. So what do you guys think about that? If I go ahead in between this stream and the next stream and we upgrade their property and I get them a little bit more house that would be more appropriate to their new social standing, because I think that they would be now climbing the ladder in the social standing, since they have so much money now. I don't think they would necessarily be at the bottom rung anymore, being that they have so much money now. I got a present that I think is dumb. I want to trade it with a friend or give it back. Can I do that? You know that present was for you. You'd be grateful. I do think they would obviously put some of that money towards back towards like the nectar making stuff and things like that. John would, but I think he would put some of it into the house, and then obviously some of it's going to go towards Juliana for getting married, and well, for the other children for getting married as well. So they have the money to now marry and things like that, but I do think that they would want to upgrade their home, maybe get a little bit better standings in the world. So, oh, Georgina McNally has gone into labor. Okay, let's go ahead and go see Georgina McNally. I did not realize Georgina McNally was even due to have a baby, but that is great news. So we are going to go see her. Miss McNally, let us come see you. I think we're still on March, or I think we're in March of 1365 currently. Yes, we are. And Georgina is just about to go ahead and have a baby here. And let's go in with her and see what is going to happen with this. She's feeling extremely uncomfortable now that she is in labor. She's like, oh my goodness. As we know, they had lost their last baby, so we're wanting her to keep this baby. Hopefully this baby is going to survive. And it is another boy. So this is their second baby, their second boy. And hopefully this heir, because this is an heir for them, will go ahead and live. Let's go ahead and we're going to open up the wheel and see if this baby is what it's going to be named. So let's go ahead and give it a spin. And we are going to name this baby what? Oscar. All right. So we are going to name this baby Oscar. And it is a single birth. So let's go ahead and we will pull up the wheel we'll pull up the dice for mom and baby and see if they are going to live or die. And we have to roll a d20. So mom can't roll a 1. Mom rolls a 20. Baby needs to roll an odd 8, 10, or 20 to live. Baby rolls an odd. All right. We love that. So it is, like I said, March of 1365. So we're going to just go ahead and put baby on the spreadsheet here. And baby was Oscar McNally. And this was Georgina.
You can't have my phone number unless we running up the digits. Let me meditate.
And she had Oscar McNally. In March of 1365, he is alive, and he is German, and he is a single birth. We love that. And we have updated our timeline. We have updated our spreadsheet, like the info tab. And we are now going to go ahead and we are going to go ahead and do what? Age up little one and give him a makeover.
Subao. Yeah, but Subao.
All right, feed this baby. You actually get to keep this little one, which we love. She's like, oh my gosh, that's great news. And he's like, you gave me an heir. And she's like, oh, I'm so happy. I'm thrilled. And Amir is thrilled as well because this family finally has an heir. After all this time, everyone is super thrilled about it. Look at all of the girls. They're all three wearing the same dress. I didn't do that on purpose, but they look super cute. I love that they're all matching like that. All right, let's go ahead and age up little Oscar. And we are going to see what Oscar's trait is going to be as an infant, and then we'll hop into Cass and we will give him his makeover. He's going to be a wiggly infant. These Sims are always on the go and want to play and move about. However, they often struggle to fall asleep or pay attention for extended periods of time. All right, Oscar, let's hop into Cass with you. Oh, and he got brown hair like Mom. All right, let's see you in Cass. Cute indeed. I know that they're all just like dressed just alike. Look how cute he is. Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna change his little eyebrows here just to these, just because I like them. But other than that, I think he is adorable. I'm just gonna put him in his purple clothes. He's even got little like freckles. Oh, he's super cute. All right, Oscar, we have gotten your photo with your little brown hair and green eyes. You're adorable. And let's go ahead and hop back into the game. And as we know, we are getting really close to the next day, and on the next day, we have to go see the Arendelle family, and we will be losing Hugh. Oh, look at, she's like, I am starving. I just, had such a hard time with my labor, and I've got to get something to eat here. How are you doing? You are just tired. Okay. Well, why don't you get yourself something to... She's like, I don't have a bed. All we have is toddler beds. We are big kids now. All right. Well, that could be a problem, couldn't it now? I suppose we should upgrade a little bit. Let's go ahead and do that. Maybe we can give them like some bunk beds. How about these? Where is the bottom bunk? That's toddler. That's top bunk. Let's see. Why can't I find it? Oh, maybe that's not the right one. There's a top bunk. Where's the bottom bunk? Okay, how about I go into the bedding here and see if I can find it that way. All right, there's the bottom bunk. That probably would have worked for the top bunk that what I had, but that's so weird that they don't have like a set. Does that one go up there? Nope. That'll work. Okay. Can they get into that bed? Let's find out. Can you sleep in that bed? And you go up here and sleep in the top. All right, let's see if they can use that. Yeah, they can. Okay, great. And you can do a little bit of laundry because this is ridiculous. And look at him holding a little Oscar. He's just like, I love it. Okay, why don't you actually go ahead and change his nappy? Honestly, he's got a dirty diaper on. So you can give him, like, clean him up.
Woo! Oga lump.
Does he not have on a dirty diaper? Okay, put him in his crib. And then you can go to bed. All right, you can put this laundry away. She's just loving her life. She's like singing while she does the laundry. We love that. That's great. All right, she's gonna put that laundry away, and then I'm gonna have her hang the clothes on the line, and then we will go ahead and have her tend to the chickens here, which will be great. And life is good. We absolutely love it. Look at the clothes, just a sparkling, pristine clothes. I mean, really, you don't ever see that, so that's great. And then we can maybe have her go ahead and cook a meal. That way they've got some food here. Brown yarn? I don't want to cook that. No. I want to cook a meal. All right. How about some pigeon stew? That sounds great. Let's put this in the fridge. And then she can go ahead and go to bed. And it is officially the next day. So we have to take a look at our spreadsheet here. And Hugh Arundel does have to unfortunately die today. And we have Katia Harding, who is aging up to a teen. So we need to roll for Katia. She can't roll an 18. So let's go ahead and pull up our dice and give it a roll for her and see what she rolls. So Katia, what are you going to roll? She rolls a 4, so she lives for 28 days. So for her, we are going to go ahead and put her on the spreadsheet where she belongs. And that will be great. So Katia, you are going to go down here. All right. And then, because she is aging up to 18, we also need to roll and see if she's getting married. And so, let us go ahead and roll for that. Is she going to marry, and when? She's going to marry in 12 years. So, she is going to marry in 1377. Perfect. And we love that. And then we have to go and age her up. Now for Hugh Arundel, we need to find out why he is dying. So we're going to go ahead and go to our wheel here and find out why he's dying and give it a roll or a spin. So Hugh Arundel is going to be dying from, oh my goodness, a criminal offense. Well, I guess he must have done something criminal and he died from it. Okay, well that is not good. I don't know what he's done, but he did something and he died from a criminal offense. All right, and so let's go ahead and hop in. And first and foremost, I think we'll go see the Harding family and we'll age up Katia first. And then we'll go over to the Arundel family and we will kill Hugh later. That way, you know, I just think that's better. So let's go to Transylvania now into the Harding family. Leah Maria. Shocking, isn't it? All right, so we are in with Katia and we are going to go ahead and age her up to a teen. So let's go ahead and set her age to a teen now. And we are going to see her age up. I love that for her. And she is already lazy. Now she's going to be a horse lover. Okay, these Sims share a strong bond with horses. They have an easier time socializing with and caring for horses than other Sims. All right, so if that's the case, Let's go ahead and maybe do athletic for her and make her a championship rider. And then we will go ahead and hop into cast with her and give her her makeover.
Swaby.
All right, Katia. You are really tall, Katia. All right, let's go ahead and give you your makeover. Did it just take that off? I don't understand. Here we go. Let's do that one. I don't think that was the one I had on her to begin with, but I do like that, I think. All right, and then for your hair, love, let's do something about your hair. Maybe we can do... Oh, I just don't know. I think I like that hair. And then this family is brown clothes, so let's go ahead and get her in her brown color, and then she will be good to go. Let's see. Brown. I'll just do that for her. Okay, let's take off those slippers. And then for her party outfit, we will put her in... Oh, I kind of like that one. And those shoes. All right, there is our Katya. She is very tall. All right. And now we're gonna head over to the Arendelle house, and unfortunately we have to take away Hugh, which is unfortunate, but is unfortunately what it is. All right, look at, is that Peter? Yes, Peter McGrath, her brother. He's so handsome. What's he doing? He's looking at that empty plate like, I sure do wish there was something on that because I'm feeling quite hungry. But there isn't, and, you know, how are we ever going to eat if no one ever cooks anything? There's literally, like, spoiled food sitting over here.
Yippee.
Well, why doesn't someone cook something in this house? Instead of just, like, you know, I don't know. Oh, well, that's edible. You can eat that. Eat that eggs and toast. Everyone's cooking, but no one's actually, like, everyone's gonna cook at the same time in this house. Okay, that's probably why nothing's getting done around here. All right, we love that. Okay, all right, let's go ahead and go see Hugh. Or maybe we'll give them a minute. Okay, literally, you're just gonna all... Okay, whatever. Just grab a serving of this. You grab a serving of this. You grab a serving of this. Everyone come and grab yourself a serving of this food because you're starving to death. Okay, see how easy that was? And then, Peter, you can resume this mac and cheese when you're done eating. Because there is no sense in this. Absolutely none. He's like, at least I started the food. I was trying really hard to feed the family and to be a good son. And I was trying to get my skills up because I know that one day I'm going to be a husband and I'm going to need to know how to take care of people. And I was trying, really I was. But I think this is, oh, it is. It needed to be repaired. It died. Okay, that makes sense. Look at her. She is like autonomously repairing it. We love that for her. She is amazing. All right, you finish repairing that. She's acquired the handiness skill. She is a smart little bean. Okay, so she's gonna repair that. Oh God, she got electrocuted. Okay, well, now she's dazed. What does it say? That was a close call. I really shouldn't mess with any electronics for a while. Great. Just great. Okay, we're gonna leave that there. Let's go see Hugh. That was not how I wanted that to turn out. I thought she was gonna fix that, but I guess not. Oh well. Okay, off to England we go. We're gonna go see Hugh Arendelle's family, and obviously Hugh has a massive family, and once again we are back in the same position that we were in with Porter. He has a wife with a lot of children that he recently married. He was married to Bronwyn, and him and Bronwyn had Frederica together So this is Frederica. Him and Bronwyn had her, and then Frederica died. Frederica did not die. Bronwyn died in childbirth, and he remarried Jalissa, and Jalissa has since had Katerina and Alan and Victoria and Maximus, and Jalissa, I believe, is expecting. Yes, she's eating for 2. She's in her second trimester in 19 hours. And now he is scheduled to pass away. So she is going to be raising a lot of children by herself. As I said with Porter, if you guys want, we can always go ahead and try to plead for him. It is not a guarantee that the Grimm will allow us to save his life, but we can always try. But Hugh is scheduled to pass away. As we know, he is dying from a criminal offense. He clearly did something he wasn't supposed to do. I don't know what that is. Maybe he stole something to take care of his family or to feed his family. As we know, he has a very large family that he's trying to take care of, and they don't have a lot. Like, they don't have a lot of, maybe they don't have a lot of means or something like that, and maybe he had to do something untoward, and maybe he got caught and now he has to die because of that. I don't really know. All I do know is that he is very tense right now because he's going through a midlife crisis. And he's not getting any younger, and the march of time is happening. Of course, plead. You just never know with Grimm. Okay, I can do that. So it is hot. So us killing him today, obviously we are going to kill him by overheating because, it's hot. And I just, that's what I do. So we are going to go ahead and death by overheating, and we will have Jalissa come down, or maybe Frederica. Who should we have plead? I don't know. Maybe Frederica, since she's his daughter. Maybe we'll try to have Frederica plead. I mean, Frederica is, after all, here already. She's his daughter. Maybe she'll have better luck to pleading. Since she's his daughter, maybe she'll have better luck than his wife. I don't really know. Of course, everyone's gonna come in this room, and no one's gonna be able to get to the Grimm, which is gonna suck. Wail about his demise. Plead for Hugh. Hugh Arundel is truly gone after Frederica's ardent appeal fell on Death's deaf ears. What? We want him back. We're pleading for him. Come on. And he's like, no, absolutely not. All right, so Hugh is actually gone. Grimm is like, no, you can't have him. He's mine. I'm just going to pause it here. I'm going to take a look and see when Hugh was born. And we have officially lost Hugh Arundel. He is gone. When was Hugh born? Let me take a look. Hugh Arundel, when were you born? You were born way back here. Okay, you were born in 1325. Engrave 1325 to 1365. All right. All right, and we are going to go ahead and put this in our inventory. She's so sad. She's just lost her father, and now she's living with her stepmother and all of her mini siblings. And she's just like, you have got to be kidding me. I've lost my mom to childbirth. I've now lost my dad to a criminal offense. Like, what is the odds of this happening? And who took that? Okay, she took it. Okay, great. All right, we are going to take her to the cemetery and let her place her dad to rest. And we will put him where he belongs. Unfortunately, Grim thought his crime was due to death. Clearly his crime was bad enough that he needed to die. So we're going to go place him in the cemetery and in his final resting place. And that way we don't lose his tombstone here. And we will then continue on with this poor family here, which is so sad. She's like, you've got to be kidding. I was like, why does this tombstone look different? But it's because it's Gertie and she's a vampire. All right, let's go ahead and put you here. All right. Well, I mean, we have had so many people die. Like, look at how many I've had to replace. Ridiculous. All right, and let's go ahead and save. And then we're going to go on home with her and...
G-Floor. Oh.
Look how sad she is. She needs to pee really bad, too. Bronwyn's calling her. Her dead mother is calling, and she's like, I'm sorry to hear about your dad. Well, Mom, you're gone, too. You've both abandoned me. I'm an orphaned child. Thankfully, you have a stepmother that will raise you up, which is good. And thankfully, you are, you know, going to be getting married soonish, I think. Kinda soonish. I mean, not really. In 1376. I mean, you did opt to kind of get married kind of late in life, but, you know, it is what it is. And Frederica's not going to be having children, so, you know, there's that. But, I mean, why are you taking so long to get home? She's like, well, I'm just really depressed. I've, you know, lost my dad, and I just don't know what I'm going to do because I don't have my parents any longer. I know. It's really sad. What? Her dead dad's calling asking her to go to GeekCon. No. You really? Just never mind. Come on. Get yourself home. You're going to pee yourself before you get yourself home. This is ridiculous. Frederica. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right. Well. So the next thing that we have on the timeline, there is nothing scheduled for the next day here. And then on the last day of 1365, we have Peter McGrath aging up to a young adult. So that is exciting news. We love that. All right, let's go ahead and let you go to the bathroom here. I mean, Agnes, why are you here? Just go away. You're not in appropriate time period clothing. All right, Maximus has learned how to reach. We love that. Where are you, Maximus? Oh, here you are, little dude. You're so cute. Everyone is really, really feeling sad. You're a widow from losing a true love. Fewer things are sadder than when spouses are separated by death. Oh, she is just distraught. She's come in here. She's going to cry it out. As we know, she is pregnant. She is really, really, really feeling some kind of way about being pregnant. I mean, she is excited about being pregnant, but now she's pregnant and she's a widow. So she doesn't have anyone to share that joy with, and she is really, really sad about that. And she is tense from a crying toddler. The world would be oh so better if the crying would just stop. You have a toddler and you're upset about the crying toddler, but you're about to pop out another kid? Like, oh my gosh. That's not good. and you're going to be raising these children all by yourself. So that's also not good. Let's get her down here. I'm going to have her make a little bit more food for the family because I don't think this half-eaten meat and tomato tart is going to last this family for very long. So we'll have her go ahead and make a little bit of food. I know that I'm constantly making these families make food, but that's because they don't make food when I'm not around. They just starve to death. So it's like when I'm around them, they all need to eat. And they're all starving when I come around, because when I'm not around, they don't cook themselves anything. It is what it is. So we're gonna cook them something to eat here. Don't burn the house down though, okay, Jalissa? Just please don't burn the house down. I know that you're not the greatest cook in the world. Oh, well, she has reached cooking level 4, so she is getting a little bit better. I mean, that's great news. She's like, do I want rabbit pie or do I want a meat and potato tart? Well, why don't you get yourself a little bit of that rabbit pie? I think that'll be a little more filling in your condition, don't you? She's like, you're probably right. Well, I usually am. All right, Frederica, I think you need to come down and grab yourself some food, honey. And you definitely do. All right, how are you doing? Why don't you come over here and stack some things? I mean, I would like for you to study some shapes, but I don't guess you can do that because you don't have any thinking skill. You should maybe get some thinking skill, but how do you do that? What's that? You can look at stuff and say, what's that? That'll give you some thinking skill. The Grim is still at our house, and he is cleaning and repairing things that are broken. Grim, you know what? While I do appreciate the help, and I kind of do appreciate the help, I'm not gonna lie, I do think it's a little bit weird that you're just hanging out. Like, you've killed so many of my Sims that you're just like, you know what? We're friends now. We're not. We're not friends. Please go away. Okay. I need you to go eat something, honey. Alright, Jalissa, I need you to come feed this baby because he is hungry. And he can't feed himself because he's just a little baby. Oh, you can't bottle feed him. I don't know what I'm talking about. You need to give him the boob. Come on, come breastfeed him. He likes wake up time. He loves it even. We love that. Give him some breastfeeding. Come on. There you go. Good mom. Good job. Alright, so she is just giving him a little bit of feeding. We love that. He's a cautious infant. I guess you would be, considering you're having yourselves a hard little life. You just lost your dad, and your mom keeps popping out all these children, and, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. I guess the next thing on that I should ask is, do we need to get Jalissa remarried? I just hate to continue remarrying. So that's the thing, is the tree starts to get a little bit convoluted when I'm just constantly remarrying these Sims. Katarina doesn't feel right about all these tricks and games. Should she turn a new leaf and accept that she dislikes mischief? Yeah, you should do that. Mischief sometimes isn't fun, I guess. So, like, I feel like if it is our Sims that branched off of our main household or are actually part of our, like, for instance, Hugh Arundel was part of the main family. And he became a side household because he was part of the main family that branched off. And so he needed to remarry because obviously he needed to remarry in the event that for some reason something happens with our main household and we have to live or play out a side household. Hugh Arundel's family needed to continue on. But now that Hugh Arundel's gone, like, getting her remarried doesn't, to me, make a lot of sense because she is not... Does that make sense, what I'm trying to say? Like, she is no longer... she is not related to the main household in any way. She was just a wife of him. Because now if I just keep marrying and marrying and marrying, like, it's just gonna continue on. It'll never end. And at that point, it just becomes too much for me to keep up with. So yeah, I think I'm just not going to remarry her, even though she has so many kids. She has she has Frederica here to help her for quite some time because she's not marrying for like 15 years. So she has her here to help her because she's a teenager and she'll be a young adult soon, and she's not marrying for quite some time. So Frederica's here to help her. And also Katerina is here, who will be aging up soon to a teen as well. And then Katerina could help her, depending upon how long Katerina decides to stay home before she decides to marry. So, I mean, she has help. Obviously, she's not going to be having any more kids after the one she currently is pregnant with. So I think it'll be okay. These children obviously still have to roll. We don't even know if they're all still going to live. So there's just a lot of factors that come into play. So I just don't think it makes sense to remarry her, in my opinion. I hope you guys are okay with that. If you're not, you can let me know. But I think if they're not directly connected to our main household in some way, I'm not going to continue to remarry them moving forward, because I think it's just getting to be a little too confusing and too much. Yeah. Oh my goodness, Frederica, what is it? She's just like, I don't even know. I'm just so tired. I have no fun in my life. I just lost my dad. I know, right? It's just so pitiful. Why don't you come and grab yourself a serving of food? You are clearly hungry. You clearly need a bath, and Mom needs to give you one. Give a bath to little Victoria here. She needs a bath, and she's like, I need to eat and I need a bed. Yeah, you do, but you also need to give her a bath. All right, so I'm going to have her give her a bath, and then she's like, I'm going to be strict with you because I'm a single parent now, and single parents are strict, and I know that firsthand. And she's like, well, you're going to do what I say, and you're going to do it right now. And Victoria's like, you're mean, Mama. And she's like, that's right. I am going to be mean, and I'm going to be strict, and I'm going to tell you how it is, and you're going to do it. When I say jump, you're going to say how high. And I don't think that Jalissa's trying to be ugly. It's just that she's by herself. She has a lot of kids that she has to take care of, and so she kind of has to be strict. She has to be both parents. She's got to be mom. She's got to be dad. She's got to be the nurturer. She has to be the disciplinary. She's got to be both roles. And so that makes her have to be a little bit tougher. And so it is just what it is. You know, it's not easy being a single parent. It really isn't. And so she's like, this is what it is. This is my life now. And so, yeah. As you notice, Victoria got that bath though, didn't she? Yes, she did. All right. So Jalissa's going to go have herself a little bit to eat. And then she's going to head herself off to bed because she's tired. And it is really getting late. You need to get yourself to bed because you're tired. You need to come get yourself to bed because you're tired. She's like, I'm going to sleep on the rocking horse. No, ma'am, you are not. You are not. And then just never mind about her. You need to go. Never mind about him. You need to go to bed. Just never mind about the children. They can take care of themselves. Come over here and go to sleep, sir. Where is he? He's like, I'm going to bed. That's fine. Go to bed. All right. Whoa. Okay. You come over here and go to sleep. Don't worry about those children. They're heading to bed. They don't need you to tend to them. Okay? They've got this. All right? They've got it under control. They can walk themselves to their beds. And she's like, but they might need me. They don't. They don't need you to walk them to their bed. They can walk themselves to their bed. Look, Victoria's already in bed asleep. It's fine. And Alan is heading his way over to bed now. He doesn't need you to help him out. He can tuck himself in. He is a big boy. She's like, he's not a big boy. He's just a little boy. He's fine. Get yourself to bed. Go on, get up there and do it. All right, so she's going to bed. Alan's in bed. See, I told you he could. Everyone is going to bed. What are you doing? I told you to go to bed. Get your butt into bed. She's like, I gotta pee. Fine. Get yourself to the bathroom and then you can go to bed. All right. And then we are officially on into July of 1365. It has been a long time coming, but we are finally to July. And where are we with Jalissa? I don't know, but I figure if we are in the second trimester with her, we are probably in the second trimester with, who was it? I want to go check. Who was it? It was the Shoemakers, wasn't it? Let's go check on the Shoemakers because I wanted to see if they were pregnant with Porter. So let's go check on them because I said to you when we first started this stream, I said, I guarantee you she's probably pregnant. They had woohooed and I said, I'm almost positive they're probably pregnant. And you guys were like, let her go. Click on the toilet. If there's the throw up option, she's probably pregnant. If there's not a throw up option, she's not pregnant. And I was like, there's not the option, but I bet you she's pregnant. She is pregnant. Look at that belly. Second trimester in 2 hours. She's pregnant. I told you she was pregnant. I had them woohoo. And in my game, when I have them woohoo, like it's pretty much a guarantee that they're going to be pregnant. So it's a good thing that Porter got to live because, you know, she's pregnant. She's a happy camper. Look how happy she is. It says here, it's thrilling to discover a life growing inside you. So she is ecstatic from trying for baby, for eating for two. We're going to go down and let Porter know that we're having a baby. Porter will be so happy to know that they're having a baby. Can we tell him that we're having a baby? How do I do that? Share the big news. All right, Porter. She's coming down to tell you that she's having a baby. What in the heck is going on? Zena's over here cooking. All right, Zena, if you're cooking, you might as well finish it up, honey. Finish it up. She's like, okay, I'll finish it. All right. You finish that. Eliza's going to tell Porter that she's expecting. Eliza, don't you worry about that infant. Come over here and do what I said. She's like, but the baby. I know. But tell him you're pregnant. She's like, oh, honey, guess what? We're pregnant. You didn't tell him. There, now you're telling him. Okay. She's like, we're having a baby. And he's like, what? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Look, she's like, oh, I adore you. All right, they're so happy. Did he say he was happy? My pride and joy. Okay, that's not what I asked you. Is he happy? He's ecstatic after hearing about a new family member. I knew he would be. He always wants more kids, and he's like, I wonder if we're going to have us another baby boy. We always need more baby boys because he wants to obviously have his name carry on. And in this time period, the more boys, the better. They just wanted more and more sons. What's the tea? She's still shook after hearing that particularly juicy bit of gossip from Porter. It's always fun to learn some new secrets from around town. Is it safe to say that Eliza likes gossip? Sure, she can like gossip. That's funny. So clearly she likes gossip. We love that for her. So they're just having a little bit of gossip time. She is absolutely loving that. Zena, are you finishing that meal? She's like, I am trying. I'm not very good at this. I'm still learning. Okay. Well, honey, can you just resume that grilled cheese? It is taking you an awful long time just to make a grilled cheese sandwich. It really is. The poor thing. She is struggling. Why is she struggling so hard to make this sandwich? And she is so hungry. Like, by the time she gets it cooked up, she's going to be in the red. Oh my goodness. Why is this taking you so long? Okay, there we go. It's done now, right? You just have to plate it. Okay, now you can eat that sandwich. Eat your grilled cheese. Oh, girl, you did it. Oh my goodness, that was hard work. But the fact that Zena is learning how to cook is you know, that's a plus. We love that for her. She is such a smart little bean. She's like, I'm not going to have to, you know, depend on my parents to take care of me. I'm going to be independent. I'm going to be an independent woman. I want to learn how to take care of myself, and I'm going to have a family one day, and I'm going to, you know, be able to take care of them. And I'm going to start now while I'm little. I'm not going to have anyone, you know, tell me that I don't know how to take care of myself. All right. You do you, baby girl. You do you. All right. So she's going to go ahead and clean up here, and then I'm just going to get her to go to the bathroom, and we're going to go ahead and get her into the washroom. It is like 3 o'clock in the morning. She really does need to get herself to bed. Eliza is quite hungry, so I'm going to have her come and get herself something to eat, and then she can get off to bed. No, she's not. She wants to go deal with those bloody toddlers. I really wish you wouldn't. I really wish you'd go to bed because you are really exhausted. You need to come up here and sleep. She's like, I'm hungry. I told you you could eat first. You are so stubborn. You are so stubborn. Go eat first. Go eat first. Oh. Sims, tell me why. Just tell me why. Alright, make yourself some food and eat it, and then you can go to bed after that. Eliza's like, you know, this is so much like work. What are you making? Mac and cheese. Okay, you're probably only making a single serving, even though Porter's hungry. Oh, she's not good at cooking either. Alright. She's gonna pee herself, you know. That's what's gonna happen. She's like, I can't even cook this. I have to go right now to the bathroom. I have a baby sitting on my bladder. Okay, resume this mac and cheese when you're done, and then you can go to bed. Okay, still want to check on that infant, do you? Oh my goodness. Girl. Why? Just tell me why. Porter's like, I can make this mac and cheese, honey. It's fine. And she's like, don't you eat that. That's for me. He took it. He's like, I'm eating it. You left it. You snooze, you lose. She's like, Porter Shoemaker, I am pregnant. You should be ashamed of yourself. And he's like, I'm not. It's very good too, by the way. Thank you so much, Eliza, honey. Oh my goodness, that is too funny. She went through all that work to make herself that mac and cheese, and he stole it right out from under her nose. Oh, men. Alright, so she's just going to finish this up, and then we are going to let her eat this. She's making a pie now, like a rabbit pie, and everyone else is in bed. Porter, you need to go on to bed yourself, honey. She's just going to grab herself some food because you ate hers, and then she'll be to bed herself. It'll be fine. We'll put this in the fridge. Alright, great. Alright, honey, go off to bed. She's like, I cannot believe he did that to me. I can't believe he did that to you either, but, you know, it shouldn't surprise me in the least. But what does surprise me is the fact that no one's fed Mabel. So, you know, someone's gonna have to come and do that. So, let's get someone in here to feed these babies. Breastfeed this baby, and then breastfeed this baby. Breastfeed this baby. Okay, come in here. There you go. He's feeding them a bottle. Oh my gosh. He's like, well, they were starving. I couldn't help it. I had to feed them. Did you, though? Did you really have to do that? Alright, so this is this family. We love them. They are super cute. But we're going to go ahead back over to our main household and check in with them and continue out this last portion of this day. And then for the last day of the year, we will be aging up Peter McGrath and finishing off this stream with that. And that will be fun. Let's see how our family is doing, though, because as we know, when we left them, they were kind of in a bad place with their needs, and, you know, John's sick, And Juliana is feeling distant, and she's going through that phase. So we're just going to check in on them and see how they're doing. And I'll probably go a little bit longer on this stream till maybe around 3 o'clock, and then I will probably end it depending upon if I am done with this or not, the year or not. I'm not sure. It's going to depend on how we are with time. If we're not done with the year, then I will just play the remainder of the year off camera. But yeah. Look at her, just harvesting that prairie grass. She's like, I'm looking for some... Why won't you weed? She's like, I am sick. John's done gone and got her sick. Great. We love that. Weed all and harvest this trash fruit. He's like, I'm not doing that. I am sick. What part of this don't you understand? I don't understand any of it, John. You know what I don't understand is how you can go and get your entire family sick. Oh my gosh. Let's put this fire out. It's really hot out today. All right, how are you doing? You're good, you're good, you're good, and you're good. Okay, their needs are great, which is wonderful. Everyone's just kind of cleaning up and taking care of some things. I'm going to go ahead and get you to come over here and clean these coops and collect these eggs because, you know, that hasn't been done. So we definitely need to do that. And you, sweetheart, need to get some laundry going. And she's like, okay, that is probably true. I probably actually do need to do that. Yeah, you do. John, honey, I'm going to get you down here doing some nectar making. I know you don't want to weed, but I am going to get you to craft some nectar. We can get him doing some strawberry nectar and some potato nectar. So I'm going to get him doing that. He is seriously, seriously sick, and so is Juliana. Both of them have fallen quite ill, which is not good at all. That both of our adults are very sick. We have trash plants growing everywhere. Oh my gosh, I love it. I shouldn't love it, but I do love it. And I just love it because we need that for our nectar making. But we also have a garden that needs desperately to be weeded, and I can't get either one of my adults to do it because they are so sick. So that's not good at all. That I can't get them to do the gardening. Look at her. She's like, yeah, no, that's not happening. Not today. I'm sorry, but I don't feel up to it. You're just going to have to give me a little bit of grace. I would love to give you a little bit of grace, but do you know that our garden desperately needs to be weeded? Like, desperately needs to be weeded. Can you weed this garden? And she's like, no, I'm a child. Oh, can you come out here and talk to these plants and ask them if they're lonely? Get up some gardening skill. Why can't these children garden? I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense to me. They should be able to garden. All right. Well, John, you know what? I am really upset with the fact that you can't garden, or you refuse to garden because you're sick. You know what? Maybe I'll send you to the doctor. We've got plenty of money now. And he's like, yeah, we do, but you know, you're difficult. All right, let's go ahead and go to the doctor. John can go to the doctor for a health checkup. Oh my gosh. I don't know, a sick visit, I guess.
Moibano. Decoy.
Oh, Mom Chump.
Is says, why does John feel this way? Why has life taken such a negative turn? That's what I'm telling you. He is just all messed up and all been out of shape. He is questioning everything about his life ever since he's lost Sophia. Like, he is just really bad. He's in a really bad way. All right, so we'll see how John's appointment goes. I don't know how it's going to go. How do I get him to the doctor? Oh, join him at his appointment. No, just send him alone. All right, so we're going to send him off to the doctor and we'll figure out what is wrong with him. And then how, depending upon how that goes, I guess we'll figure out if we're going to send Juliana. It cost us $1,250 to send him because he's sick, which is ridiculous. A health visit's $500. So it's expensive to send them with this health portal. And honestly, like, they wouldn't have had that kind of money back then to go to the doctor and whatever the case is. I put a clinic in Windenburg. It's a medieval clinic, and that's what they're going to. So, they probably would not have been able to do that, truth be known. But maybe they saw somebody when they had ailments. I don't know who they would have seen, but I'm sure they would have seen somebody when they had some kind of ailments. Oh, she is so in bad shape. What does it say here? It says she has a sore throat. She might tear up from how painful it is to swallow. And her face is all stuffed up and tingly. And she has washed out arms because of doing the laundry. Well, I mean, I'm sorry about that, but the laundry did have to be done. Truth be known, there's probably more laundry upstairs that needs to be done, but I didn't make you do it because, you know, I'm not, well, mainly because I haven't gone up there yet. Yeah, look at all that laundry. It has to be done. I'm sorry. I know you have washed out arms, but it has to be done. She's like, I am seriously sick. I know. All right, Amelie is eating. We love that for her. How is Diana? Diana's good, but Diana needs to get to bed. Diana, you are desperately in need of some sleep, and Xavier is already in bed. Well, he's not in bed. He's on his rocking horse. Why don't we actually put him to sleep in a bed? He likes to nap on that rocky horse, but he needs to get some actual good rest, which means he needs to go to bed on his bed. So we're going to put him on his little bed there and let him get some rest in his bed. And John, how's your sick visit going? He's like, it's going. All right, well, Juliana, once you're done with the wash, she's like, I haven't even started it yet. Well, once you're done with it, you can go check the mail. Oh my goodness gracious alive. The garden is in just straight up bad shape. Okay, it's just in really rough shape. I can't get her to do it. Maybe when John feels better, he will actually do the gardening. He's like probably not gonna want to do the gardening, as we know he absolutely loathes it. He hates gardening, but someone's got to do the weeding around here, and my biggest worry is that if they don't weed, that the plants are all going to die, and then we won't have a crop at all. All right, we have lots of toys here, so I'm just going to sell those. So we love that. And we have some headphones, so I'm going to sell those. Oh, there's a little helicopter here. We'll sell that too. All right, perfect. She's like, I have desperately got to go to the washroom, and I am in dire need of going to bed. I know you are, so I will let you go to bed. And you also need to go to bed. All right, he is just about back from the doctor, and we'll find out what's wrong with him. All right, John, what is the verdict? Well, I didn't find out anything. Sickness diagnosis complete. He's been diagnosed with a mild case of an ear infection. He needs to rest and take prescribed medications. What's his prescribed medication?
Amphorab.
And he has a health report summary. He's overweight and he has high blood pressure.
Nahab.
And he took a flu shot. Yeah, right. None of that was invented in the 1300s. The flu shot was not a thing. This is why this practice thing needs to be taken out. I will be taking this mod out. All right. Anyway, he has an ear infection, so that's why he doesn't feel good. He has a ragweed allergy, it says. Well, and a hay allergy. Hay is for horses. Okay, I am just going to ignore all of this. Maybe I'll just exit it out. I'm just going to exit this out. That way he'll actually want to do something. Oh, no, it came right back. Stubborn. It's a stubborn mod. All right. All right, so it is now about, where are we in the timeline? We are in September of 1365, heading into October, which is fantastic. We have about 15 minutes left on our stream. And when we head into, we have a naked girl on our porch. Like, what? Who are you? And why are you here? Who are you? We don't know you. Please leave. Crisis resolution. His midlife crisis has passed and he's now going through a resolution phase. Great. I knew it would pass over time. We love that. Redeemed hydrate. I don't have anything to hydrate with. The only thing I have is coffee. I can drink a sip of coffee and dehydrate. Does that work for you? I didn't come prepared. I'm so sorry. But welcome in, Yeet Man. Welcome in. And thank you for redeeming the hydrate. I just didn't bring me any water today. All I brought me was coffee because I was really, really like feeling my coffee today. I stopped and got myself a nice Starbucks before my stream because I was like, you know what I need? I need a nice treat. So that's what I did. What was I saying? Oh, we are just about to head into the last portion, October of 1365. And for 1365, as we know, the last portion in October through December, we have to age up Peter McGrath. He's aging up into a young adult. So we will be rolling for Peter McGrath to find out if he can age up to a young adult. And so we will be consulting our spreadsheet to see if he can age up to a young adult. So let's go ahead and head over to our spreadsheet now. So for Peter McGrath, as you can see, he can't roll a 3, 7, or 19. If he does, then he will die. So if we pull up our dice, we will go ahead and give that a roll and see what he gets. So he rolls a 6. I believe that makes him safe. 3, 7, or 19. Yep, he's good. All right, great. So, that being said, he gets 40 days as a young adult. So, he gets to age up on here. Perfect. All right, so then we are going to go ahead and hop over to the McGrath Harding residence, and we will let Peter age up to a young adult. So let's go ahead and hop over there now, because it is officially October of 1365. So let's go ahead and hop over there. So off to Transylvania we go, into the Harding residence, and we are going to age up Peter McGrath and age him up to a young adult and get his extra trait. I believe this is Peter here. Yes, it is. All right, Peter, it is your time to shine. So let's go ahead and age you up to a young adult. He's just cleaning away. All right, Peter has aged up. He is currently neat and creative. He is also going to be a horse lover. Lots of horse lovers in this family. All right, so let's go ahead and make him athletic, I think. And do we want to make him a championship rider as well? Maybe we'll just make this family the championship family. We'll make him a championship rider as well. And he and his sister maybe can compete to be the best and see who's better. I don't know. But that is Peter McGrath, aged up to a young adult. He and his sister are obviously going to be competing against one another to see who's the better championship rider. I wonder who it will be. Obviously they need to get a horse if they're going to be doing that. And I don't know that a horse would want to live out here in in Transylvania, but you know, that is what it is. But they aren't going to live here forever either. Obviously, the Hardings live here because their mother wanted to live close to her mother, who is a vampire. So that's why they live here. But these two probably won't want to live here for forever, especially if they want a horse. They're probably going to end up moving at some point. So we love that for them. But that being said, I think I am probably going to go ahead and leave this here. Obviously we do have, 2 pregnant Sims. Let me go ahead and switch the screen here. Obviously, we do have 2 pregnant Sims currently that are going to be having babies, but I don't think they're going to have their babies in this year. I think they're going to have their babies probably next year, like the first part of 1366. So I think we're good to go. But I'm going to go ahead and play the rest of this day off camera. And I will, if they do have their babies, I will obviously update you guys with that information on the community post, but I seriously doubt that's going to happen because they were just entering into their 2nd trimester. So I seriously doubt that's taking place. So that being said, I am going to go ahead and leave off this stream here. And I am going to see you guys again on Saturday. As you guys know, we are not going to be having streams during the week anymore because my work schedule has changed. I am now back full-time at work. So we'll be seeing you guys again on Saturday. I will be streaming Saturday on YouTube this Saturday, I believe. And then I think I'm going to stream on Sunday on Twitch as I think how I'm going to do it. So I will see you guys then, and yeah, until next time, I'm gonna go ahead and fly for now. But thanks so much for being here with me today. I really appreciate you guys, and I hope you enjoyed the stream. I enjoyed being with you guys and playing and continuing on with our Ultimate Decades Challenge, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Bye-bye.